In this lesson, we are gonna discuss with you about the different types of fish varieties and their performances like that. You know, the when we talk about these fish varieties, there are different types of fish varieties, and they have diseases. So in here we are talking about diseases. So many diseases are there. So first one is bacterial fin rot and gill rot. Aeromonas species and Pseudomonas species are opportunistically pathogenic bacteria that are commonly found in fresh water in low numbers. If the culture water is organically polluted due to the accumulated fecal matter or excess feed, causing changes in water pH, fish will react by secreting excess mucus on gill surfaces and the surface of fins. Bacteria will be attracted to mucus, feed on mucus, multiply, and increase their population as well. If a bacteria establish on fin edges and begin to obtain nutrition from the tissues of fins, tissues between fin rays will not away. Similar activities of bacteria on gill tissues will cause primary gill filaments to rot away, causing difficulties in gas exchange. So bacteria fin rot and or gill rot has been recorded in almost all freshwater ornamental fish species rare in Sri Lanka. That means it's a common disease rather. And the second one is hemorrhagic septicemia. It is also most popular disease. Type of disease not only for fish and other animals as well. So if you have pathogenic Aeromonas species establish on the body, the surfaces, and obtain nutrients from the epithelial cells of fish, those cells will undergo necrosis or dying and drop off. If walls of blood capillaries in the skin of a fish are damaged, small hemorrhagic wounds with the appearance of bleeding may occur on the body surfaces. Pathogen could then enter the bloodstream of fish and develop hemorrhagic septicemia. The entry of bacteria into internal organs such as liver, spleen, and kidney, causing internal bleeding and affecting the functions of those vital organs also. The next one is columnaries disease. This next one is columnaries disease. Almost all freshwater ornamental fish used in Sri Lankan ornamental fish industry could be susceptible to this disease. Columnaries disease, wrongly termed as mouth fungus disease, is common in most of the guppy farms in Sri Lanka. At the initial stage, small white patches appear near mouth, and when the affected area enlarges, it appears as a fungal infection. Necrotic cells or dead cells drop off, producing wounds in which peripheries are red in color, while the middle area appearing whitish. Affected tissues of caudal fin will gradually die. Dead tissues will drop off finally, eroding the caudal fin completely up to the caudal peduncle. If the gills are infected, gill filaments will be eroded and fish could die due to the breathing difficulties. So in this one we are discussing about these diseases. Next one is external mycosis. Aquatic fungi, saprolegnia species could produce fungal infections in freshwater ornamental fish. These fungi grow naturally on decomposing organic materials. When fungal spores are dispersed, if they drop on a damaged surface of gills, fins, or body of fish, they will germinate, producing a fungal hyphae. This fungal hyphae will obtain nutrition from fish tissues, allowing the infected areas to undergo the necrosis or death. Dead tissues will drop off, producing open wounds. The fish eggs, newly hatched out larvae, are highly susceptible to external mycosis. Uh, Adult fish has been living in polluted water at high water temperature also reported to get the diseases. So diseases caused by external unicellular parasites. Then we are going to discuss with you about the diseases caused by external unicellular parasites. First one is itch disease, fish white spot disease, that is his name. So itch disease is common in all species of fish used in freshwater ornamental fish industry of Sri Lanka. Significant mortality of fish is reported in almost all farms during the colder month, that means December and January of each year. White spot disease of fish is caused Ichthyopteresis, an obligatory parasite, unicellular ciliate, therons or infective stage swim and get into the body of fish and occupy gills, fins and body surface of fish. It slowly moves among the epidermal and dermal cells of fish, digest cell contents to obtain the required required nutrition. As a reaction, some cells of fish will multiply and make a protective layer surrounding each parasite separately, producing small nodules-like structures. Those nodules could be observed by the naked eye as white spots, which are broken when the fully grown parasite or thrombocytes come out from the fish body to complete the life cycle. When a large number of thrombocytes come out, the blood capillaries of fish could be damaged, resulting in hemorrhagic wounds. The second one is trichotinosis. The next disease is trichotinosis. Trichotinia species are opportunistic parasites, unicellular ciliates, that are common in water. Generally, it invades the body of fish larvae whose immunity is suppressed. It feeds on mucus, and when it moves on fish tissues like fins and gills and body surfaces, fish tissues may be mechanically bruised. Trichodynia begins to feed on opportunistic bacteria that settles on those wounds and cell debris of fish. Young fish will die due to heavy infestations of these parasites. So the next we are going to discuss about disease caused by external multicellular parasite. And the disease is gill and skin infestation by flukes. Generally, gill flukes infest gills, while the common site of infestation of skin flukes is the skin of flesh. The respective flukes attach themselves to the surface of gill filaments and skins, feeds on mucus and scraped tissues of gills and skins. As a reaction, things mucus will be secreted by gill and skin tissues, wound areas, due to feedings. It would be reddish and highly inflamed. When this occurs on gills, it will be disturb normal gas exchange. Fish will display breathing difficulties. And they will keep mouth open with partially open opercule and come to the surface of water or gather near aerating devices. So heavy infestation could cause mortality in fry and fingerling of fish. Secondary bacterial and fungal infection may contribute to mortality in adult fish also. So this is about the common diseases in aquaculture in Sri Lanka.